Mhm.
And wait.
Ooh.
Any second now, you are live. You're on.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'm just gonna give it a little minute or so I can wait for some people to come in. But I hope you guys are as excited as we are. This has been Nana's. Pat and I have been working on this for quite some time. And, it's been fun, and the excitement of people wanting to join has been pretty damn awesome. So I see some people coming in. Hey guys.
Okay, good. So that means our link is working. We've passed our first technical hurdle.
I think so, unless you're like connected to us psychically.
Right. Well, that is good.
Um, Let me pull up YouTube. Let's see for sure. Bear with us, guys. We want to make sure that everyone can see. Live streaming to YouTube. Okay, it does say live. 20 viewers and 13 likes. Yay! Okay, it does say live. Okay.
That's a very good sign. So, should we let everyone know who's coming? I think most people here already saw the banner, but we got a bunch of live people that were generous enough to offer their services, and we love their music and comedy. We've got Katie Jane Earl, musician, amazing. She'll be the first person up. Graham Elwood, of course, comedian, and Lefty du jour, host of the Political Vigilante. And
Hey,
then,
Pat,
yeah,
Pat, you need to either turn off your volume on your Zoom or your YouTube. Turn off your
Roger that.
volume on your
Go ahead without
Zoom
me. Right? One second.
or your YouTube. Turn off your volume on your Zoom or your YouTube. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, is it better now? Joy? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you guys hear us better now?
How's that?
Can you guys hear us better now?
We're going to iron out these technical difficulties before we get this thing going, but we'll have it in just a second.
No, we're not in the same room. We're not even in the same country, same area. We're not even in the same country, same area.
Joy, if you have your YouTube volume on, make sure you turn that off. It's echoing back.
How?
Well, if you have it on, if you have the volume on.
How?
On YouTube itself, if you're playing it. You may not be. Yeah, just turn off the YouTube. Or pause it and something like that.
Turn off the YouTube?
Yeah, definitely don't play the YouTube video
Ye-
out loud while we're doing the show.
Turn off the YouTube?
Because I'm hearing it back seconds later, which means you probably have the volume on the YouTube. On the YouTube.
It's the only way I can read the comments.
Well, it won't work if we have that on for the show. So we might have to let that go. I mean, you could just within the YouTube turn the slider down. Turn the slider down so there's no volume on YouTube itself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you great, and I don't hear the echo back. Now we're good. Awesome.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, now I hear the echo back.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Just on the video itself. Bear with us for a couple seconds. On the video itself in YouTube, turn the slider all the way down so there's no volume. Just mute the volume in the YouTube video that you have on so you can watch and read the comments.
No idea. I'll just close out of YouTube.
Okay, that's probably better because we won't get the video playing back to us. So yeah.
Out of YouTube.
If you just hit
I
the
just
mic.
really like to interact with the comments.
Well, it won't work if we have that on. People will hear it back. You have to mute
All
it.
right, this good?
Let's see. Testing. Yep, I no longer hear us back. We're good. Okay, so the acts. We went through Katie, Graham Elwood, Frank J. Martyr, someone you know really well. Apparently, you guys are married. And he was our editor for the book, and he's also a musician, so that's cool. He's going to perform live. And then Eve Six, multi-platinum band, which they are friends of yours, and I've gotten to know them a teeny bit. And by teeny, I just mean politically more than anything, but you're actually friends with those guys. And then,
Yep.
and then
They're my buds.
right, and then Ron Elwood, Ron Elwood, the merger of
The
Graham Elwood.
conglomeration of Ron and Pat.
Ron and Graham have merged. Now we got Ron Placone coming in at the end, and Ron and Graham are going to do some comedy live, which is going to be great. Totally appreciate them. And obviously Frank, Eve Six, and Katie, live music. And Katie is on deck for the first live music. And let's just roll some beautiful bean footage, and then we'll get to Katie.
All right, sounds good. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. This book has been such a process, and we're so happy with it. And I know, that, pre-orders started on June 30th, and because of COVID and printing them independently, they ended up taking way longer than we had hoped. But dun, 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 yesterday I got a surprise. Yay! So this is how beautiful they are. Um, those who ordered them, you will be getting your copies. We're gonna start shipping them out this week, and we are doing either Pat or myself can sign. Still, we're gonna do 48 more hours of that, and then just the pre-sale will be over. So order our book now so we'll sign it for you, and then you'll get that extra 25 cents of value or what have you. But yes, we are so proud it is here. We are so excited, and we're so happy to have these guests who make us laugh and inspire us to laugh and play music. Um, so yeah, Pat, take it away.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for everyone who pre-ordered, and thank you for all the independent media people who have already interviewed us, talk about the book. At the end of the show, we got a little glimpse of Nina Turner. We were just amazing to be on and talk to Nina Turner. Whether we wrote a book or not, just spending an hour chatting was just amazing. So we got a little piece of that at the end. But thank you guys. Enjoy. Hopefully we are done with our tech problems, but no guarantees on that because I'm our producer. So here we go.
We're better writers.
Good evening. My name is Joy Marie Mann, and I'm honored to be hosting this episode of Progressive Puppet News. Up first, we have a high-level official in the Democratic establishment who has agreed to speak with us. Hello, are you there?
Oh, yes, hello. I'm Mr. Beelzebub, and I'm the head coordinator for the DNC.
Ah, so you're the one who booked all those horrible speakers.
Oh, absolutely. Can you believe that I managed to get more Republicans on that stage than progressives? I thought they'd say, oh no, that's too evil. But when you've been doing this job as long as I have, you get a lot of leeway, Joy. It's all about the seniority. That's how I got Bill Clinton booked to speak. Mm-hmm.
You booked Bill Clinton. He's a suspect in the biggest sex trafficking investigation in history.
Oh, and that's why we just had to have him, Joy. You know, the whole Me Too movement has been a real drag on us Democrats. And yes, I'm old enough to remember before they removed the N and made it just Democrats. Blech. Bill Clinton, he's the middle finger to that Me Too movement that all the scumbags, monsters, and demon spawn have been demanding, and we here at the DNC are proud to represent.
So you gave airtime to Republicans, corporatists, and creepy ex-presidents. Did I miss anyone?
Oh, and then there's Hunter Biden, of course. That was also my idea.
Hunter Biden got paid $50,000 a month for a job he had no education or experience in. How is that not corruption?
Oh, of course it's corruption, Joy. That's the whole point. I mean, they know I'm literally the devil, and yet they keep hiring me and paying me an adrenochrome. It's like cocaine for demons. Ah!
I digress, but when the hell are you taking Henry Kissinger?
Well, Kissinger, he kind of struck a little deal with a high-level Prince of Darkness, so I don't think he's going to be due down here till at least 2073. Cyborg implants, you know? It's cheating, but what can you do? He struck a deal.
That makes sense. Well, thanks for filling us in, Mr. Devil.
Hey, I'm not a devil. I'm a 13th level imp from the Testicle Forking District. So try not to be a bigot next time, okay, Joy? Bye-bye!
Hello. 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 Hello.
Alyssa Shalano.
I
I believe Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden is the greatest man to save women in the history of all mankind. He's the greatest person. And if you don't think Joe Biden is the best, then, I mean, what did you even watch Charmed for? It's 10 seasons talking about how Joe Biden is great. It's a metaphor, you guys. It's a metaphor.
I feel very strongly about the Me Too movement, but not when it applies to Joe Biden, the bravest Democratic candidate in the 2020 primary. I've spent hours online fighting with Nina Turner for what is right. And what is right is for Joe Biden to be the next nominee.
Do you guys remember when Donald Trump appointed Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court, and it was so mean because he's a Republican, also yes, a rapist, but me too, so much so that I cried every day about how just very Me Too I am. And you know what, the best thing we can do is elect Joe Biden as president, because he's Me Too too. I'm Me Too, and he's Me Too, you're Me Too, we're all that's the whole thing about Me Too, is you too, me too.
Hey, Alyssa Shalano.
Oh, that's another one that I don't think I've ever heard talk in person, so that's going to be tough.
What do you think she'll sound like?
Excuse me, are you a Bernie supporter? Do you support Bernie? Okay, disregard everything you just said. That's kind of what I would imagine.
Pretty accurate.
People came at me. They said that I was wearing blackface. It actually wasn't. I was mocking Snooki, and it was tan face. So let's just be accurate. It was tan face.
Well, hey there, kids. Welcome to Camp Ass Queen. We're going to start our whole little adventure off with a sing-along. It's an American classic that we've updated here at Camp Ass Queen. If you don't know the lyrics, that's okay. You can just rewind this video and watch it over and over again until you get it. If you have your ukulele or your guitar or whatever you want to play, feel free to join along because it's real fun. It goes a little like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. If you're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. If you're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. You were spotted in a mob, now you lost your fucking job. You're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. Well, you had a swastika up on your hat. Yeah, you had that swastika up on your hat. Well, you thought that shit would pass until someone whipped your ass, 'cause you had a swastika up on your hat. Now everybody, if you're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. There you go, you're getting it. If you're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. You were spotted in a mob, now you lost your fucking job. You're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. Well, you wore a Pepe frog on your lapel. Yes, you wore a Pepe frog on your lapel. All that racist shit you said got you punched right in the head when you wore that Pepe frog on your lapel. If you're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. Yes, it is. If you're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. You were spotted in a mob, now you lost your fucking job. You're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. You're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. You're a Nazi and you're fired, it's your fault. That's right.
As representatives of Vice President Joe Biden, volunteers are expected to use the correct language of his political campaign, as well as the Democratic Party's central message. Here are a few key phrases volunteers should and should not use while speaking with potential voters. Don't say universal or single payer. Do say access to and affordable. Don't say Green New Deal. Do say clean fracking. Don't say police reform. Do say police endowments and MACE subsidies. Don't say mass incarceration. Do say broad communal housing. Don't say wealth inequality. Do say bootstrap incentives. Don't say corporate welfare. Do say free market restoration. Don't say military-industrial complex. Do say unprovoked security coalition. Don't say Nina Turner. Do say Neera Tanden. And don't say money out of politics. Do say Russia. With these key phrases, and a whole lot of luck, you can help Joe Biden barely defeat the blithering idiot we wanted to run against in 2016. Don't forget to voter shame.
Joy, hello, we're back.
Hey, how awesome was that? I mean, oh my God, we definitely got some great people. Oops, let me turn this down. We have such amazing guests, and you know, Mike Schuster, he's the one that did that video at the end there. Oh my God, the first time I saw it, I almost peed my pants.
Right.
True story. What do you have to say, Pat?
I have to say I am doing some technical things, so we're going to get Katie on in here in 1 second. And I might just want to say hi.
Awesome.
I'm going to say hi real quick. Hello. I am the I'm producing this madness right now, so I'm going to give you back to Savage Joy, but I'll be back on in a second.
So I'll tell you guys two very interesting things about Pat and I. A lot of people think we've known each other forever, and because we wrote a book together, but we've actually never met. He's in California, I'm in Pennsylvania, and we sent some messages on Facebook, and I had him on my show a few times to talk about debates, things like that. And the one day I was just like, hey, I know you did Peter Douche, you want to do something with me? And I wasn't really expecting him to say yes, since we don't really know each other, but surprisingly, he was okay with it. And months later, here we are. And the other thing that not a lot of people know is that I am mostly blind. So, and this was just happened last year, and it was very all of a sudden. So I didn't think, I can't read books anymore or anything like that. So I didn't think, I guess I never really thought, oh, I can write still. And then, we found ways like apps that'll let me talk and it'll write for me, things like that. And Pat and I worked on trial and error type things. And he read a lot of what I wrote verbally, and he read a lot of it back to me. So our entire book was very 50-50. It's just I physically didn't do a lot of the typing. So it's really interesting to think that, going through so much trauma with losing so much of my eyesight, I was still able to co-author a book. And I'll forever love Pat for that.
You were very important because.
Cheers, Pat.
Well, you were. Cheers. Let's see.
Cheers.
How do I put myself on camera here for a second? Cheers as well. I just want to say you were very important because I said some really sexist and racist stuff. You can't help me on the racist stuff, but the sexism was all written by Joy. It wasn't me. So there we go.
Yeah.
All right. We got
absolutely. If I were a guy, what's that?
We've got Katie coming up here. Let's get her in here.
Yeah. Katie is a punk rock chickie. Oh, that's a rad place.
I love that. Wait.
Hey.
I don't know if we have audio.
And where are you?
We don't have audio yet. Let's get some audio. Nope, no audio. Audio. Is your mic muted? We need some audio.
I think I got audio now.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Yes, I was worried.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much, Joy and Pat, for not only having me, it's really exciting to be here, but also for making us laugh through crazy shit. I think that pretty much everybody watching has probably experienced the same thing where people make you feel like a jackass just for thinking that, I don't know, people should be able to see a doctor when they're sick or, not end up homeless because they get cancer. And when you go on Twitter and you have this community of people who actually, make you feel like you're not crazy for wanting basic human decency in this world, it feels really good. And so I just want to thank everybody who's a part of this community for offering a support system that kind of undoes some of the gaslighting the media does. And it really feels great to be a part of this community and know that I'm not alone and that I'm not as crazy as my, centrist friends might make me feel every once in a while. So thank you guys so much.
Right on.
Yeah, right on, right back at ya. Now, I'd like to do a song of great social and political import. It goes like this. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Work hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Oh Lord, won't you buy me a color TV? Dialing for dollars is trying to find me. I wait for delivery each day until 3. So, oh Lord, won't you buy me a color TV? Oh Lord, won't you buy me a night on the town? I'm counting on you, Lord. Please don't let me down. Prove that you love me and buy the next round. So, oh Lord, won't you buy me a night on the town? Everybody, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
This year's been crazy, right? Like, duh. I mean, literally duh. But it's also been crazy, I think, for a lot of people under the surface. It's kind of like, we all know that this year is crazy as far as like the global pandemic and the absolute shit show of an election. But I know everybody I know, including myself, is going through a lot of personal transformation too. And I just want to let anybody out there know who's going through a big personal shift right now, that you're not alone and you're going to get through this, and just hang in there. You got a community of support, and a little bit of discomfort, in the long run might be a good thing. So hang in there. This next song, I want to say one more thing. If anybody from Eve 6 is listening, when our band, the Mowglis, first started touring, we had all of your travel cases, and I don't know where we got them, but all of our gear had Eve 6 spray painted across it. So if you're looking for those, we might know where they are. This next song, we talk a lot about burning shit down, right? I'm all for it. I know, coming from the music industry, shit needs to be burned down everywhere. And I think what's going to come out of it, as long as people like y'all keep fighting for not the left or the right or blue or red, but fighting for what you believe is right as a human being, I think that what comes out of the ashes is going to be good. And if we got people like Joy and Patrick to help us laugh through this shit, then we're going to be okay. So this song I chose because it has to do with fire. But mostly I chose it because it's the only song I know how to play on guitar. And it goes like this. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery bound by wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 but the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 but the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. This is a lot of fun, and I'm so excited to get the book. Thank you guys for being a little bit of light and humor in all of this chaos, and for keeping our spirits up. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. How were you telling me you were nervous? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, this is the first time I've ever played alone.
Well,
okay, I understand, but you kicked ass.
Yeah.
You
You
rocked
are so
it.
sweet. I love you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so
I love
grateful
you too,
for you
and I can't
all.
wait to get our book to you. So I'm gonna PM you for your address, and we'll
I'm
get it
so
out
excited.
to you.
I am so excited. Thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of this, and I wish you all the best, and I'll see you on Twitter.
Yes. Much love.
You're awesome. Thank
Thanks.
you so much.
Love you guys. Thank
Love
you.
too.
Bye.
She kicks ass. First time I saw her, she was like, she had a blue check, and she was like, burn these mother.
And now we have the head lobbyist of the tobacco, pornography, and polygamy industry with us, Joe Camolino. And we hear you wanted to make a special announcement. It's about
What? What?
Voter shame.
I knew I was on mic. Who cares?
Hello.
And now we have the head lobbyist of the tobacco, pornography, and polygamy industry with us, Joe Camolino. And we hear you wanted to make a special announcement. It's about our book release, right?
Oh, well, actually, I'm here to make a different announcement today. I'm officially endorsing Joe Biden for President of the United States of America.
You asked for time on my show to announce that.
Yeah, but you'd have to know Joe. Him and I, we go so far back. We actually founded the world's first upskirt photography club together. It's true. And, Biden is reaching across the aisle even as we speak. He just got endorsed by my best man at my topless wedding, Richard Spencer. Now, don't get me wrong, Joy. I'm no partisan. I don't hold one racist above another. And that is why I would also like to endorse Donald Trump for President of the United States of America.
I thought you were endorsing Biden.
Well, I am a lobbyist, Joy. So of course I'm going to be endorsing them both. I'm funding both their campaigns. I can't lose.
What a shame. I think we lost him. Oh, Nancy Pelosi, who we call Nancy Pegosi.
Well, let me just come out and say this. First of all, I would like everybody to have some ice cream, right? But we can't do that because that is socialism. And if we give ice cream for all, then the disembodied head of Lenin will just come out of my chest, and that's not good. My constituents don't want the Bolshevik revolution. They just don't want it. But we do want ice cream. We are going to give you access to ice cream.
Do you guys want to see some really expensive ice cream in my refrigerator? That Joe Kennedy is a really nice young man.
I have a refrigerator that has thousands of dollars of ice cream. My refrigerators cost more than they have at the food banks. But the thing is, I've earned my money. This is all mine.
Nancy Pegosi.
Oh, that one's easy.
On behalf of all the troops stationed here at Camp Gas Queen, I'd like to dedicate this song to Neera Tandon for helping to make the Democratic Party's tent so big that you can stand underneath it but still not have to stand for much of anything at all. That's what I call diversity. He stands there in defiance because he don't believe in science. There's proof of climate change, but it makes him act deranged. He's a wing nut. Oh no, I tell you, he's a wing nut. Just go. He bitches and he moans while watching Alex Jones. He's a wing nut. The truth about his madness is it all comes from his sadness. He's a rebel in his mind, but a million years behind, he's a wing nut. Oh no, I tell you, he's a wing nut. Just go. He hates new Star Wars, but I'm Randy adores. He's a wing nut. He goes to great extremes to stay on racist themes. He says he's only joking about the sickness he's invoking. He's a wingnut. Oh no, I tell you, he's a wingnut. Yo, Joe, he gets off on being berated. He should be medicated. He's a wingnut. He gets off on being berated. He should be medicated. He's a wingnut.
Come on, James. James, pick up the phone. It's an emergency. Sorry, it's Mama Bear.
I told you not to call me Starvy. That sounds like scurvy.
Yes, I know.
The hell are you calling for on a Sunday? Got ants in your pants dance?
You didn't see the breaking news? Need your help on this. Wait before you answer. Why the hell are you dressed like that? You look like a poor.
Jesus, Nancy. You're lucky I'm wearing anything at all. It's free premium Pornhub day. I cleared my schedule for this weeks ago.
You're a sick man, James. I wouldn't interrupt you if it wasn't urgent.
Sick? I was happier than a tornado in a trailer park before you called.
I'd say bless your heart, but I'm not sure if Gollum has a heart.
That's cute, Nancy. You always were a funny drunk. What is it, 10 a.m.? Well played.
Let's get to work. I'm calling because I was caught on video inside a closed-up hair salon without a mask on. I need it a blowout. This is what I look like without one. Now do you understand?
Yeah, I understand you look nuttier than a squirrel turd, but I don't want to bring it up.
You're insufferable. The point is, I wasn't wearing a mask, but I didn't know I was on camera. I'm usually proud to show off my mask. My fave is a pink one, which spells out vote in 14-karat diamonds. I paid the sweatshop extra for that one.
Stop it, Nance. Just stop. Your fashion sense is about as important to me as a sack of wildebeest.
Fine, James. The bottom line is I need your help with damage control.
Well, maybe we can spin it as a black thing.
I really don't feel like making it a racial thing after all the memes of me wearing kente cloth. Magdalena! Magdalena! Mas mimosa, por favor. Rapido!
How about sexism then? We could say men don't understand what it's like being a woman in politics in the age of Trump.
I'd rather not pick a fight with Trump over this. He and I are playing bridge on Thursday, and I don't want to be awkward.
Well, fine. Maybe we could spin it as people attacking you over your congressional race or something like that. Or we could say it's doctored videos from Russians.
Okay, work up the Russia angle and get back to me. That always seems to work. Let's say it was a setup and the salon owes me an apology.
Well, will do. So I need to know what you said to the press already.
I lied and told them I didn't know what I was doing.
Is your lie on video?
Of course not.
Well, then we'll just pin that on the Russians.
You're pretty clever for a shiny penis head.
Yeah, you're lucky you paid the big bucks. I won't let that slide off my back like an armadillo.
We have to keep this one off the books, James. How about I send you 3 gallons of Jenny's Splendid Premium ice cream? That's $200 worth of heaven.
God damn, Nance. You are one bougie broad.
But I'm not done yet. While I have you, I need your wife's advice on getting Republican votes for Biden. It's so handy to have a Dem strategist married to a Republican strategist. It's the best of both worlds.
Actually, we agree on just about everything, so it's more like the best of one world.
Amen, my little extraterrestrial friend. Biden's going to get walloped in the debate. Do you think we can convince people it's fine for Joe to bring Jill on stage with him? Maybe it's because he actually cares about what women have to say or some other BS.
Nance, you really think people are that stupid? Good point. I'm on it.
Before we get off the phone, I need to tell you that there are 2 Bernie bros who wrote a book about us and our constituents. Can you get them added to Hillary's list?
I'm talking droning or...
Shh. Just handle it.
10-4, Mama Bear.
Deborah Messy.
Deborah Messy. Is that Deborah Messing? Is that okay? Oh man, I have to channel my inner Will and Grace on this. Everybody that voted third party or is a Bernie Sanders supporter is trying to destroy this election. Okay, this is how you elect Donald Trump. Okay, by casting your vote, by what you believe in, and how you want this country to be run. We're not looking for free stuff. We're looking for democracy, people. And if you vote with your heart, with your conscience, you are clearly voting for Donald Trump.
I just have such love for Joe Biden. And whatever Joe Biden does is going to be the right thing for this country. And if people like Susan Sarandon even dare not support Joe Biden, I am going to flip the fuck out.
The fact of the matter is, I may go at Nina Turner all the time, but I'm a racist. But I'm a polite racist. That's the difference.
First of all, like, hi, I'm Deborah Messy. I'm a super racist. And have you guys seen, like, Nina Turner? Nina Turner. Do you guys know Nina Turner? Because, like, people keep talking about her to me, but all I keep asking is, like, do you guys know Nina Turner? Because she's really mean. And I don't know what you guys know about her, but all I know is that she's a meanie pants and makes me sad sometimes. So, like, Nina Turner, stop talking to me about Nina Turner, but, like, have you heard of her? Like, do you know Nina Turner? Because I do, and she's mean.
Deborah Messy.
Nina, I'm going to have to call Stacey Abrams to correct the record with you because you're saying things that I don't like as a rich white liberal. So I really need you to talk to Stacey Abrams.
Next, we have Rich Vanderchilds the 13th. He's a billionaire, a founder of the Lincoln Project, and he's insisting I say that he's single and ready to mingle. Rich, I guess welcome to the show.
Oh, hello there, Joy. Such a pleasure to be anywhere a homeless person isn't.
I better fucking be getting paid well for this shit. So you founded the Lincoln Project to back Biden, but you're a Republican. Why?
Well, we fucked it up. We thought we had the racists and supremacists and conspiracy theorists securely in our pocket. Well, we told them it was fine to go be in your clan or maybe believe reptiles from space wear politician skin suits or whatever. But now it seems we've lost the party completely to those same hateful kooks, which is why we're now trying to buy our way into the next best right-leaning corporate party, the Democrats. Oh, aren't you excited? We're merging with you.
Well, I gladly Dem-exited, so...
Oh, do you want Trump to win? See, wasn't that fun? Doesn't it make you want to accept the sudden infusion of any ideology that creeps into your worldview as long as it's not Trump? Well, That's what we're paying the focus groups to find out. So wish us luck.
Well, thanks for telling us your evil plans. And despite being such a dick, I still feel the need to acknowledge your badass monocle.
Oh, and as you should, Joy. You know it's made from the horn of the last black rhino in existence. And I killed him. Oh, it was so much fun. Anyways, I just wanted to thank you, Joy. You invited me on your wonderful show for your wonderful book release party, and I would honestly encourage everyone to buy a copy.
I don't know if I still want your endorsement after this dumpster fire of an interview.
Speaking of fire, I didn't actually read your book. I just used a copy of it to light my cigar. But anyways, I wanted to thank you one more time for not fighting harder to get Bernie that nomination. We could never have convinced Democrats to mind meld with the Republican elites if you had an actual nominee with a vision. Thank God for lesser evils! Yes! Yes!
Hello. Hello. Hello.
And we're back. Hello, Joy. How are you?
Yeah, I was having so much fun looking in the comments. Oh my gosh. Yes, you're dressed like a whore.
Am I? That's how I usually dress. I'm off camera though. I thought that would protect me a little bit here.
And yeah, it's funny. Like he bought the ears, I bought the wig, and everything else we had, and I was like, "Ew!" I had an outfit I could make into cozy.
Can I just say that I have officially done cringe with our videos? So, anyone else who feels weird about donating their impressions, I just did cringe, so we're good. We're good. Don't feel bad.
Oh, whatever. I'm proud of mine.
Yeah.
My face actually hurt. I got in the shower and I was like trying to massage it. I was worried I would get like resting resistor face, something like that. I think that could be a thing. Like,
I'm gonna bring Graham on. So thank you for everyone that contributed for our last segment. Graham Elwood,
yeah,
progressive hero, great guy. I had the honor of meeting him once, and just really had a good time. And I love where he stands politically and everything he does with his show, Political Vigilante, and he is on his way any second now when I push the right button.
Oh my God.
If we had a real producer, if someone professionally could come work for me for free, there he is.
What's up? Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. And thank you so much for having me on the show. We met actually twice. You opened for Ron and I at the Progressive Comedy Tour in Sacramento and then in San Francisco. It's fantastic. So that was really cool. It's awesome to be here.
If only I had done comedy.
You read out of your book, dude, which was very, very funny. So it was really cool to see. The Peter Douche thing is one of the best parody accounts I've ever seen on Twitter, and I thought it was fantastic. So I'm honored to be here and to do this Zoom thing. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and I think there's going to be a lot of PTSD 20 years from now just with doing Zoom. I think 20 years from now, it's going to be like, what happened? Why did Grandpa freak out? Oh, he had to say unmute, and he just lost his shit because I've said that 10,000 times. Just unmute, just unmute, just unmute yourself, just unmute yourself, unmute yourself. We can hear your dog. We can hear your dog and your kid fighting. Just mute yourself. So that's what's happening during this. And also in the quarantine, we get to watch a lot of ads. And, we're all dealing with this as best we can. But I don't, if I see one more like, we're all in this together, we'll get through this. Oh, really? Clorox, you're going to be there. You're going to help me out. You and Pepsi Cola are going to really come in there and save the day. Oh, and then we get to watch this train wreck of the two conventions we had about a week or so ago. We had one which was a Republican convention, and then we had a Republican convention with Donald Trump. So those are exciting to watch, those two conventions. And I think about this last year of the primary, it's the Democratic primary. And man, I just want to kind of go down memory lane and just think about all the fantastic people we had. Remember Beto O'Rourke? Robert Francis O'Rourke. He's an Irish guy just like me. His country club parents gave him the name Beto so he could get the Latino vote in Texas, which I went, wow, that's all I got to do to be Latino? All right, I'm Paco Elwood. Donde está la biblioteca? And Elwood, it's Spanish for the wood. The nomination of Joe Biden, and then of course he picks Kamala Harris. Boy, you got to wonder what Liz Warren, all that selling out she did and backstabbing, and just it got her nothing. I miss her though on the campaign trail. Just like every time I take a selfie, I flip flop on Medicare for all. Like she was so exciting to watch this whole primary, and of course Hillary she's gonna somehow work her way in there. I guarantee you. If Joe Biden looks like he might even kind of win, he's gonna, I don't know. Suddenly there's going to be a leaked report about his dementia or something. And she's just going to go, I guess and someone on CNN will go, maybe we should get Hillary in there. And she'll go, what, me? I didn't know. I had no idea. And so we're waiting for that. And I love, the people that are still the neoliberals that just still love Hillary and won't refuse to look at any of the awful stuff she's done or Kamala's done. And I got to tell you, like, if Hillary Clinton is your feminist hero, all the awful shit she's done, what her husband's done, she's been on Epstein's plane, her husband's been 26 times, they've both been to Epstein's compound in New Mexico. If that's your feminist hero, that's like a foodie going, I really look up to Jeffrey Dahmer. And that's what is exciting, so exciting about this time, watching the Democratic Party do their thing. And, Joe Biden is, he's the lesser of two rapists. So those are our choices. And he said, we're going to have a middle ground on climate policy. Man, that's the kind of bold, pragmatic centrism that we need right now. That is really what we need. You remember during the women's movement, the suffrage movement? Remember, it was like Susan B. Anthony and them were all like, it'd be great if women got the right to vote, but now's not the time. Let's do it maybe in the 1940s or the 50s or something. Maybe down the road we'll get to it, like bipartisan support. So that's exciting. Remember JFK's famous speech that he gave? He's like, we want to put a man on the moon by the end of the decade, but it's too much of a purity test. So maybe somewhere in the 70s or 80s we'll maybe we'll deal with getting someone in the moon. So that's exciting. And then even like there's these moments where I get excited. I see the young people in the streets and all the protesters of all ages and ethnicities out there protesting. It's a lot of people in their like 20s and 30s and even younger really leading the way. And then, a week or so ago when all the major sports teams stopped playing, and I was like, oh, this is what you got to do. And I like watching the NBA and the WNBA and baseball. I was like, but shut it down. You're all owned by billionaires. This'll be the thing. This'll do it. This'll get people, wake people up. You shut down sports, like you're going to have to do this. And then Obama talks them back in. And so they just stopped for 3 days. And I'm like, wow, can you imagine like Muhammad Ali? He gave up his title belt because he didn't want to go to Vietnam. And he said, I want to fight poor people. He said, no Viet Cong ever called me the N-word. He stood for his beliefs. And now everything's been so corporatized, even athletes that are like trying to get the cause out there and do the right thing. Like, could you imagine if Muhammad Ali was an athlete today? He was the heavyweight champ today and had all of the fame that he had back in the 60s. Today it'd be a whole nother thing because everything's been corporatized. His agent would just call up and go, hey, Cassius, yeah, we we focus group the name change Muhammad Ali, and it didn't really test well. Also, the whole no war thing, we're getting a lot of pushback from the guys at ESPN because Boeing is sponsoring your next title fight. So if we could just kind of talk about it after the fight or later, we'll talk about the interview. I mean, I support you, but just not now. In fact, the network sent over some new copy for you to read. Cassius Clay floats like a butterfly, stings like an F-18 Hornet, keeping America safe. So that's what I think the athletes would be like today. And then, excuse me. And so, the NFL is going to be supposedly starting, and there's actually some NFL athletes that have been very outspoken, critical of even Obama. And that's exciting to see, because that league of all leagues is, man, their ads and everything are just like NFL, meat, truck, steak, gun, boob, and I mean, I like boobs, but not like boob, like it's pretty aggressive. And I'm some of you know me, some of you don't. If you watch my show, The Political Vigilante, you would know that I'm vegan, I'm vegetarian, basically. I don't eat meat. I don't drink. I'm sober. I meditate. I do yoga. I drive an electric car. So like none of the ads in the NFL are for me. Like none of them. They're all, like I was saying, just meat, truck, steak, gun, boob, gun, truck, steak, bacon wrapped, gun, boob. Like nothing is for me at all. And I wish they would make ads for like hippie, lefty, socialist progressives like me, but still NFL style. Like, I am Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin, and when I'm making vegan smoothies for my team, I use Blue Diamond almond milk. Blue Diamond almond milk, the official organic unsweetened almond milk of the National Football League. NFL, plant-based life. It's the 2020 Nissan Leaf, the official zero-emission vehicle of the National Football League. Plug it in, charge it up, and hit the open road. Up to 75 miles, then charge it up again for another 2 to 3 hours, then hit the open road again. Great for tailgating, Reiki healing, yoga retreats, protest rallies, anti-war get-togethers, NFL, Green New Deal. Well, thank you so much. That was my time. You guys are all fantastic. Thank you for having me on this show. Get their book. I'm excited to read it. Thank you, Joy and Patrick, so much. I love you both. I've met you both on the road. I can't wait for Ron and I to go back on the road to see you all in person again.
Yes. Love you so much. And just before you leave, speaking of, the promo, it was very like superhero-y. So a lot of you guys may not know this, but you know what I'm going to say. I may have fallen off the stage when I was introducing Graham and Ron at an event, and Graham ran across the bar and just like swooped me up in maybe the speed of light. I don't even think I was on the floor for more than a nanosecond.
Or Shiro.
I'm just sorry I didn't catch you sooner. I'm just sorry I didn't catch you before you fell.
Well, I had a lot of drink afterwards. So, and Randy, who played for you guys opening, he's his ukulele, the ukulele fella. He's playing on tonight too. So we all get through it. We're all comrades. But thank you so much, Graham. We love you so much, and it's always great to have you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You guys are great.
1,000 times over. Cheers.
I love what you guys do. I can't wait to see you on the road when it opens up.
Right on.
Yes.
Make sure you guys watch
Yes,
Graham.
Queen.
Yeah. Cheers.
Take care. Gotta love Graham.
Hello.
What else got coming up, bud? FML. Next, we have Karen Resistenheimer, a member of the Blue No Matter Who sycophants. Karen, are you there?
2, 4, 6, 8. I'm with her because she's so great. Hill dog. Hill Dog! Go, Hill Dog! Die!
Well, that's quite the intro. So you're still on the Hildebeest bandwagon?
Oh, yes, Joy. I'm still with her. And by the way, has anyone reminded you yet today that Hillary won the popular vote by like 2 million votes? Oh my God, she's like an angel, but with better hair and super villain dresses. But to be completely honest, Joy, my biggest Hillary regret, if I had one, is that she never actually told us any of her policies. Not a single one. But I just have to remind myself of the motto of the Democratic Party. Pussy hats over policy! Yay!
I actually subscribe to Susan Sarandon's policy. I don't vote with my vagina.
Well, that's a real shame, Joy, because until you vote with your vagina, you've never experienced the full power of your vagina. Tell me honestly, Joy. You can tell me. When's the last time you wore your pussy hat?
I've actually never worn one. Karen. Oh well, I hope she has good health care. Do you know who James Carville is?
Oh yes, the naked mole rat. I know about him.
Okay, how does he talk?
Let me think about this.
Naked mole rat.
Oh, I hate him. Vladimir Putin says hi.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders would be up 10, 15 points in the battleground states, but that just doesn't make for exciting elections. The voters love an underdog. I'm just trying to turn lemons into sweet tea here.
Raging Cajun.
I picked the establishment Democrats because that's where the money is. That's where I get my paycheck from. But it doesn't really matter that I don't agree with anyone else in my family because I get a paycheck from the establishment Democrats.
James Scarville.
Oh my God. Wait, is that the money guy? No, that's not the James Carville he's the angry raging Cajun guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He's the naked mole rat, as Mike from Humanist Report says. Right,
Let's see if I can get my eyebrows to do the same thing he does. We're gonna tank the economy. Is what we're gonna do. Okay, everybody wants to get free stuff. That's not what this country is about. We got to work hard. Okay, if we don't want the economy to collapse on itself, we have to trust the banks. We have to trust the Wall Street. We got to make sure that we are taking care of our 401ks, which will be matched. Is socialism going to match your 401ks? It can't. It can't do it. There's no matching program. Capitalism is the way to go.
Jordan, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. So the idea of our special here is not just for our book release party, but it's also just to kind of give people a reprieve from all the fucked up stuff that's happening. So just to make people laugh and have some music and comedy and such. So on that note, we picked a few videos that we want to show of yours that really kind of stood out to us. Is there anything that throughout your traveling and speaking to people, especially on campaign trails, is there anything which stands out that is just like really awkward or bizarre, or just like anyone you met that's just kind of stands out as something just kind of off the cuff?
Every single Donald Trump rally I've ever been to. Particularly, I remember in 2016 when I first started doing this, I was at a rally in New Hampshire. It was like 5 degrees out. And I was interviewing one Trump supporter who was just kind of like, country club racist, not too racist, but then somebody over my shoulder, someone interrupted, telling me that Obama was part of the New World Order and he declared jihad on America. You didn't see it on YouTube. Did you not see it on YouTube? So that one stood out to me. Then Trump supporters, as I challenged them, which I'm not used to, one just reduced himself to calling me short, and then saying I don't speak with short people. So I thought that was funny.
What do you do in those situations? I know that I usually just make jokes about it when I'm in those, situations as a journalist. What do you typically do? Do you find that sometimes you might get defensive, or do you make jokes?
Honestly, with Trump supporters, my mentality has been just get them talking as long as possible. In contrary, I also feel that way when I was interviewing Hillary Clinton supporters, Biden supporters, because they're ignorant and voting against their own interests in another way. So, they're less offensive to me because they're not like overtly racist or anti-Semitic. But I actually tend to get a little bit more pissed off with the neoliberal people than the Trump people, because the Trump people are just too far gone. I mean, there's nothing, you're talking to a wall, most of them. The neoliberal people, it's just so many of them that you interview, it's like to a letter, they're actually for the policies we're for, but they've been programmed and brainwashed in a different way than the Trump supporters to think like we can't have nice things, but, I like the way Kamala talks, or Pete's such a nice guy. That pisses me off more, because it's this kind of like wine mom, Mick resistance, stupidity that continues to get, essentially Republicans as a Democratic nominee. So that bothers me more. The best ones are when I remember Hillary Clinton's, when she was running in particular outside the Brooklyn debate, Hillary versus Bernie, I was interviewing a few Hillary supporters, and by the end of it, they were like, yeah, you might be right. I didn't think about it that way. So when you're actually breaking through with people, or when they're like, are you sure about that? I've never heard that. I'm like, yeah, you've never heard it because you're watching Rachel Maddow all day. So those things generally stand out.
Absolutely. And that's what our entire book is about, just making fun of those shit libs. It's endless material, honestly.
2016 in particular, the Bernie wave, rally after rally, because that was kind of like, I'm not old enough to be at Woodstock or anything, but it was just that feeling of like love and possibility and hope. It's not often you get that, definitely not these days. So like being at those rallies and seeing the energy and interviewing young people, some of them brought to tears by just Bernie, that stuff I will never forget.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Now we're going to cut to a few of those clips that are just totally badass and crack us up. So again, thank you so very much, Jordan. And where can people find you and your work?
Yes, congrats on the book, and Status Coup on YouTube, COUP, and statuscoup.com.
Hey, it's Jordan with TYT Politics out in New York City, where it looks like Hillary Clinton is about to officially be defeated and Donald Trump will become president. I'm with someone who was just inside the Javits Center. What is the mood inside there?
Well, to say it's like a funeral would be a real understatement. If you can imagine somebody who had amazing promise and was totally loved died before they can accomplish all these amazing things, that would be kind of the mood.
They didn't like her when she was first lady. They didn't like her when she said that she was not going to bake cookies. She was going to do something different than any other first lady. So she's been not liked from the time that she walked into the White House. And I think to understand the fact that she's not likable doesn't mean that she can't run the country, and that's what hurt her. Not likable doesn't mean that I don't want her to run the country, And at the end of the day, I think that's really, to your point, flawed candidate. No,
we must have a voice of the people that is not owned by the wealthy or by the politicians, and we don't have that. And they must be unafraid to challenge and confront and question, no matter what. And when you see these dopey people repeating the same answer every time you ask them a question, you say, well, now I know that you're lying. And note that this person is not answering the question, and here are the facts. So that people, because let's face it, most Americans are uneducated.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bethlehem, New Hampshire.
Okay. And like your friend Elisa, why are you supporting Hillary?
Well, I think she's a great candidate, and it's really refreshing to have someone who is experienced as she is with both, international and national issues. And she's also, going to be our first woman president, so that's amazing because that's really fighting for our equality as well.
Now, obviously you're younger, so if in terms of Hillary, she voted for the Iraq War. She has gotten a lot of donations from big corporate America. Do you think those things should put in question whether she'll be very liberal, or you think she made a mistake?
I think that she did those when it's kind of hard to say because I don't really know like at all actually. I'm sure she had good reasons for doing something like that, and even if she didn't, then maybe she made a mistake, and that could be justifiable.
What were you saying? Donna, do you owe the voters an apology for passing a question for a town hall off to the Hillary Clinton campaign?
Sir, you know what? I wish when you got your facts, you read the emails. And
I did read a lot of them.
Well, you clearly did not read my email, sir. The Democratic National Committee, as Secretary Clinton alluded to tonight, was a victim of a cybercrime.
You keep saying that, but the email was that you passed it along.
Private emails were stolen from individuals that had no right being trafficked in the public sphere.
We've heard this, but what about you passing a question to Hillary Clinton's campaign, the town hall before?
Trump badger women. You're welcome.
Yes, a journalist asking a question is badgering you.
Yes.
You've said it on Russia.
Sir?
You passed the question. Jake Tapper has also said you passed the question. Do you have anything to say about that?
Questions as a contributor to CNN.
Well, first of all, let me answer the question because as much as I respected journalists all my political life, and I will respond to questions, as I've stated repeatedly, that the Democratic Party was a victim of a cybercrime, and I don't peddle in what I call the illegal dumping of private emails in the public sphere that have been altered, that have been in many cases readapted. And so, as I've stated repeatedly, and I'll state it again for the record, I have never been privileged as long as I've been not just a part of CNN, which let me just say of how proud I am to have been a contributor for CNN and other news outlets. And no one has ever shared questions with any of us involved in CNN as...
Do you have proof that it was Russia? Do you have proof that it was Russia?
Sir, as we've stated, and the United States government has also stated, and if you would like a copy of the Department of Homeland Security and the information that they released 2 weeks ago, you're welcome to have it, but I'm sure you have it. But
they also told us we had WMDs.
Well,
why should we trust this?
Because we have ample evidence. We've been the victim of a cybercrime. We have ample evidence. We have ample evidence through our servers and through all of the technology that we have seen corrupted by the fingerprints used by Russian hackers.
So, as you could see, normally what happens is the journalist asks a question, she pivots to Russia, and nobody challenges her. I tried not to be rude, but I'm not going to just sit there and let them spew propaganda about Russia. She hasn't really passed any legislation. She's I think, no, I think she sponsored a few things.
Entered a bill, right. Yeah. Necessarily. I don't think most politicians are working alone except for the president who is making his own determination. She has a team of people. She has to basically go through them, work with them. conspire with them sometimes.
So you would think, even though you support her, you'd like her to stop focusing and taking the money of those big Wall Street fat cats
I'm talking about any money, even from the average everyday citizen.
How are they going to run their campaign without any money?
They need to be creative.
Okay.
I'm not giving a dime to any politician. I haven't for decades.
But you're not concerned that she's taking all that Wall Street money?
I'm not concerned because that's how they do it. I don't think she's alone in that.
Well, no, not all of them. Bernie Sanders isn't. Elizabeth Warren isn't right now.
Well, he maybe Bernie, and he does have deep pockets, personally.
From the people. His average donation's $20 so far.
No, he has money personally through I believe his business affairs and maybe family.
He just became a millionaire from a book, yeah.
Yeah. So I
can assure you he's not writing the checks for his campaign, though.
all of them do it. I don't think that system's going to ever change in the near future.
Cold New Hampshire morning. What's bringing you out for Pete? Obviously, he's gotten a bump since Iowa.
We're very excited about his campaign. It's a message of positivity and unity, and just like everything about Pete, very excited.
What are some of the things he did in South Bend that you think are positive?
Well, he has a great campaign going. He really had a lot of people out on the ground and spoke to everybody, rural people in rural communities, people in the city, and he really got the vote from a wide swath of people.
Anything he did as mayor of South Bend that stands out to you?
Yeah, he brought a dying community back to life, and that's why I like him.
What do you mean back to life?
Well, the community just has been revitalized under Pete's mayorship.
Okay. Because I've been there. It's a couple blocks he redeveloped, but the rest of the city is still struggling. So that's why.
People seem pretty happy with what he's done there. I've seen a lot of people interviewed from South Bend.
Mostly white people or African Americans too?
Both. He actually has a lot of African American support from what I've seen.
Okay. Does it say anything to you that Trump has concern about Bernie as a candidate? Because of the trade issue, and those are very popular, being against free trade in those states.
No, not really. I mean, I'm still just gonna vote for the candidate that best reflects my beliefs. And if that candidate can't beat Trump, then we'll have Trump for 1 more year. But I'm not gonna put my backing behind somebody just because he can beat Trump.
So basically, like, you'd rather have Trump, well, not rather, but you deal with Trump for another 4 years rather than a leftist candidate.
Yes. Yeah, I would.
Deborah Messy.
Deborah Messy. Is that Deborah Messing? Is that okay? Oh man, I have to channel my inner Will and Grace on this. Everybody that voted third party or is a Bernie Sanders supporter is trying to destroy this election. Okay, this is how you elect Donald Trump. Okay, by casting your vote, by what you believe in, and how you want this country to be run. We're not looking for free stuff. We're looking for democracy, people. And if you vote with your heart, with your conscience, you are clearly voting for Donald Trump.
I just have such love for Joe Biden, and whatever Joe Biden does is going to be the right thing for this country. And if people like Susan Sarandon even dare not support Joe Biden, I am going to flip the fuck out.
The fact of the matter is, I may go at Nina Turner all the time, but I'm a racist. But I'm a polite racist. That's the difference.
First of all, like, hi, I'm Deborah Messy. I'm a super racist. And have you guys seen like Nina Turner? Nina Turner. Do you guys know Nina Turner? Because like people keep talking about her to me, but all I keep asking is like, do you guys know Nina Turner? Because she's really mean. And I don't know what you guys know about her, but all I know is that she's a meanie pants and makes me sad sometimes. So like Nina Turner, stop talking to me about Nina Turner, but like, have you heard of her? Like, Do you know Nina Turner? Because I do, and she's mean.
Deborah Messy.
Nina, I'm gonna have to call Stacey Abrams to correct the record with you because you're saying things that I don't like as a rich white liberal. So I really need you to talk to Stacey Abrams.
Hello. Oh, Frank is on screen with you. All right, so the excuse we had for this event, just so everyone knows, is we just finished writing my second parody book, which I co-wrote with Joy, and it's all about the shit libs. It's not a graphic novel. It's an actual satirical novel, and it's all about a fake college series kind of thing where there's a Yas Queen forum and people get together and discuss politics, but obviously progressive values aren't very welcome there. So it's mostly dialogue driven, but it's got plot to keep the thing moving. It's not just sitting in a room and recording comedy. But Frank here was our editor, and all the kudos to Frank for helping us out.
Thank you. That's my pleasure, definitely. Appreciate the opportunity to do it. It was, yeah. I mean, you guys are great spellers. There was only one spelling error in the whole book. It was the word reek. I spelled it R-E-A-K, but that was it. You guys are impeccable spellers, but you tend to overuse semicolons and commas.
I'll take it. That's probably Joy anyway. It wasn't
Yeah, exactly.
Joy.
If that's the biggest problem, then that's a good thing.
All right. Take it, Joy.
I'll take it. So yeah, Pat, like Pat said, this is my husband. We're both English majors, so that's one of the reasons we've got connected. But since I lost the majority of my eyesight, it wasn't really that easy for me to, do all the editing of, our own book. So I only told Frank to help us out. And so here's an interesting thing, though. And I was kind of trepidatious about this, but it actually ended up working out super well. When I was thinking about having him edit it, I said, well, we don't really see a lot of, when it comes to politically, in different, he supported Bernie both times, but not an activist, so there's some differences. So I wasn't sure, would he like this book? I wasn't sure. So I gave him the first chapter, and he didn't know a few of the people were, because he doesn't really do Twitter. But he really enjoyed it and laughed a lot anyway. So I was like, this is pretty cool. Maybe you don't have to be a burner, be in our, movement specifically to understand and laugh at the hypocrisy that we see so much. So, Frank kind of really started enjoying reading our stories, and us pointing out that really happened. So Frank, what would you say, who's your favorite character?
For a while it was Alyssa Milano, and then James Garville started having great singers in the book, so they were both very funny, and I certainly liked the comic element of the book. I mean, it's it's political parody. It's very funny. I'd say Scarlett and Chilano are probably my two favorite characters.
And without giving anything away, What would you say to entice someone to buy it?
It's a really, really funny book. It's laugh out loud funny. I think you can learn a lot from it too. I'm not like a progressive per se, but I learned a lot from it, and so it's well written, it's funny, it's engaging, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I would definitely recommend it. But
Sorry, he's
I'm a little biased, but I'm a little biased.
But I can vouch that Frank was not paid because we're socialists and we don't even have a dollar.
Yeah, I kind of figured that because it seems one thing that I'm not getting paid. So. I didn't do it.
We haven't even paid ourselves.
I can't do it for the money. I knew I wasn't in it for the money. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like every dime from the pre-sales has gone to printing and shipping and stuff. Like,
yeah.
We are po, but it wasn't about that. We wanted to do this, and we are so happy that it turned out. So now Frank is going to play 3 songs.
Not 3? All right.
Yeah, you can play 3.
All right. Got to play a couple songs.
He's nervous, so I'm
Let's hear it.
very, 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 very proud of him. Here, let me get out of the way.
All right. I'm going to play 3 songs.
I just hope one's Stairway to Heaven.
No, that would be half an hour. No.
Nope. No, it's not. Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie Lee, through the park and by the tree. We will rest upon the ground, look at all the books we found. Safely walk to school without a sound. Safely walk to school without a sound. Here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves. There's dirt on our uniforms from chasing all the ants and worms. We clean up and now it's time to learn. We clean up and now it's time to learn. Numbers, letters, learn to spell, nouns and books and show and tell. Playtime, we will throw the ball, back to class and through the hall. Teacher marks our head against the wall. The teacher marks our head against the wall. We don't notice any time pass. We don't notice anything. We sit side by side in every class. The teacher thinks that I sound funny, but she likes the way you sing. Tonight I'll dream when I'm in bed, when silly thoughts go through my head about the bugs and alphabet. When I wake tomorrow I'll bet you and I will walk together again. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. All right. And I feel time's a ways to go. So where you go into tomorrow, and I see that these are last to come. So would you even care and I feel it, and I feel it. Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going with the mask of found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. Will she smell alone? And I feel so much depends on the weather. So is it raining in your bedroom? And I see these are the eyes of disarray. So would you even care? And I feel it. She feels it. Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going with the mask I found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. Will she smell alone? When the dogs find her, got some time to wait for tomorrow. To find it, to find it, to find it. When the dogs find her, got some time to wait for tomorrow. To find it, to find it, to find it. All right. One more then for you.
One more song.
I need an easy friend tattoo with an Italian tattoo. Think you fit this shoe I do, but you have a clue. I'll take advantage while you hang me out to dry, but I can't see you every night. Free, I do. I'm standing in your line, I do. Think you have the time, I do. Pick up number 2, I do. Keep a day with you. I'll take advantage while you hang me out to dry, but I can't see you every night. Free, I do. I need an easy friend tattoo with an Italian tattoo. Think you fit this shoe I do, but you have a clue. I'll take advantage while you hang me out to dry, but I can't see you every night. Free, I do. I do. I do. I do. There it was.
You've got some love, babe.
Rocking out.
Yes, we will definitely show the repeats. We're gonna have this saved on video so you guys can watch it again. Ron Placone gave you a Frank Unplugged is where it's at.
Frank Unplugged.
You have good song choices. You killed it, boo. I'm proud of you. You guys have no idea how shy my husband is when it comes to playing stuff, but yeah, he did it. All righty.
The entire time Frank and I and Joy were editing the book, he was our savior because he was the one who could say, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So it's critical to have that guy, and Frank knew that. And also, he didn't back us off of like inappropriate things, but he knew when we should stop. So that was critical, and love the music. I think you might be frozen on screen. That's the producer thing with tech, but we're gonna go to the video and fix that. So here's the video. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it, man.
Soledad O'Lion.
He's trying to push free education. Is that what we want? We want people to be educated for free. There's going to be poor people in colleges. Okay, bringing their trailers onto the campuses, and then what? These campuses are no longer pristine and beautiful. They just become another trailer park, but with books. Is that what America is about? I say nay. Hashtag no college.
Don't you know that Joe Biden and everyone else who isn't Bernie own votes before people go to votes? Don't you know that no matter how you choose to vote, your vote is actually owned by the establishment before you even go to the polls? So the fact that you guys vote for Bernie Sanders means that you're stealing votes away from everyone else who deserves it because they own your votes.
I hate Bernie. Bernie is stupid.
So thank you for joining us. Oh no. I think you're joining us. I think we lost him again. Pat, you're...
I'm just going to keep joining back.
Oh my god, Pat, you're freezing again.
I'm just shutting it down so I can sip my beer.
Yeah, are you still there, Pat? No. It is the deep state. God damn it. Oh my god. He just stopped again. This is how it's like all over again, but even worse. Oh my god, Pat's gone again. Oh my god. You guys, is somebody doing this to me just to be mean? Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's a clusterfuck just like the way the screen keeps dropping. It's just as bad. But he's not that funny. Oh my god, this is like twice in a row now. Dude.
This is hilarious.
Oh my.
If I get cut off, it's Bernie 2020.
Oh my god. Savage.
Alright. Time to have some coffee and phone bank for Joe Biden. So excited to do my part to get my favorite candidate elected. It's a beautiful morning to vote blue no matter who. I've got to get my notes to make sure I'm all prepared. I've got my script. I know exactly what to say. It's ringing. Stratvutsky. Stratvutsky. Hello? I was speaking your language. I'm sorry, I don't speak Russian. I'm trying to speak your language. Привет. Hello? Hello? No, you called me. Who is this? Is this Brenda? She'll call me back. I'm so nervous. Hi. I forgot why I'm calling you. Hello? Hi, is this Trevor, the socialist commie? All right, I'll get right on that. No, I'll hang up. You don't need to call the police. It's fine. Hello? Hi, are you ready to vote blue no matter who? Dang it. Hi, thank you for talking to me, Linda.